our culture in general, the line between, what's okay, appropriation, what's not, and it's just like it's just crazy as far as like the words that we use and we allow
Exactly.
other cultures to use.
Right, because our words are like so impactful, and like we were just talking about like how like appropriation and appreciation is just like such a thin line, and I forgot what I was saying.
No, it's.
Like I feel like
I
I'm
know what
losing
you're
it.
saying. I know what you're saying. We're just talking about the N word basically,
Yeah.
and how like other cultures use it.
Yeah.
How we've actually like we've taken the word from where it was the meaning to us, but then we flipped it and was like, this is something that's meant to be welcoming or family oriented for Black people, really, but everybody wants to use it now, and it's like it's not something that we should be using. And overall, there's a lot of stuff in our culture from where, Black people come from, like being separated from our original culture and having to define our new culture, whatever it is. We're trying to tightrope this like the thinnest line ever, trying to figure out what makes sense and what doesn't.
Exactly.
Like even to add on to like that whole thing, it's like relationships and then like the stuff, the family dynamics, what's okay and what's not.
Oh my God,
which
is
is
to the family dynamics. Like,
shit.
Everything is so like. Just understanding our roots is so important to our future development and making sure that we're not repeating these same like atrocities that people have lived through, like our family has been through, that's kind of almost held us back in a sense, because now we're trying to tread the waters of our history, trying to get to the future. And it's real hard because other people aren't experiencing these hardships that our family has passed on to us, and that's just a part of us like growing up and having to kind of almost feel what their parents have passed on to them, and it just becomes a cycle.
Yeah.
A cycle of generational curses that we have to break down just to get to where we are now. And I feel like that's like just learning that is so it's so important to us, just being able to make sure that we're coming into our future aware of how like our words and our lessons from our past has impacted us to get to where we are now, and then making sure that we're being trying to think of
conscious
and
mindful
of how we are impacting others to perceive us in Blackness, because like at the end of the day we are like what we allow, so we have to make sure that we're like I hate that Black people have to be perfect and excellent just for us to be seen as human, and everyone else can just be whatever they want to be because they're already seen as such. And like I feel like it's so hard for us because we always have to be our best selves just for people to see us as valuable and as a person. Like it's crazy.
We have to be like our perfect selves in order for people to see us like as meaningful to the world, or actually like we can't actually make mistakes.
Yeah, it's like we've done enough. Like we've done enough. Yeah. We've built so much.
We've done a lot.
We've made so much impactful culture. Like we are what makes the world like what it is. Like we've benefited
a lot of people
just for it to just be thrown back at us like, oh, what are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing?
But I mean, it's just like at the end of the day, like, we just gotta keep, moving as far as like maintaining that we're going to, even if it's at our expense, like I'm not saying that anything is okay, but like since we're continuing down the road that we're going down, I think that it should lead to something like we'll be okay in the future, and like we are the future of what our ancestors had to go through and all the hardships. So I think it's really like good in the space that we're in right now, because they couldn't have imagined this shit right now, ever.
To think all the spaces that we are able to be in now that they couldn't even be able to even walk into is crazy. Like that's something I just think about all the time. Like I couldn't even imagine what life was like 40, 50, 60 years ago, and how I would even react to those experiences, because shit really just changed because Black people were like have you seen like the counter, like what is it called, like when the sit-ins, and how like
Okay, you about to go into.
I don't necessarily
That's
get the money to do it,
that's true.
but you can always help somebody else who does have the money.
Yeah. You never know what
Figure
you're
it
gonna
out.
do when the money in your hands. Like,
Yeah, and that's so true. Like we can always say that, oh, you should be doing this, and that with your money, but once you get it, you probably not gonna do it either, and that's so crazy. But I just hope that.
no, you finish. What you gonna say? I was gonna give you a scenario.
No, you can't give me a scenario.
I was gonna say
forgot what I was
like,
gonna say now.
my bad. I was gonna say like, what would you do if like you woke up, and this is not simple scenario,
Mhm.
but like usually, like what would you do if you got like $1 million was just in your bank account? What's the first thing
million?
you doing?
A million?
What's the first thing you doing with it?
What, a million?
$1 million. You got $1 million, 7 figures in your bank account, in your savings or something, and it's just there. What are you doing with
I'm
it?
investing with it into myself because
Okay.
I feel like there's only so much you can do with $1 million in this economy right now. Like you can barely buy a damn house for $1 million in a good environment neighborhood in California, because at the end of the day, you would want, like, if you're gonna buy a property values go up and down. You want to be in an environment where you can at least take in what you're paying for. So I don't even think I would even buy a home, because what home am I gonna get in California in a neighborhood that I want? Like, I don't like to settle. So if I'm gonna buy a home, I want to make sure that this is my home long term. So I'm gonna use it to invest in myself, whether that be going back to school. I'm gonna give some money to my mama, of course, because I only need so much money to go back to school.
Yeah.
And to I don't even know other things that I can probably invest in for $1 million.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would spend
it
like,
immediately.
and I definitely don't think I'm gonna be giving it to like just anybody.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm gonna give some money to my mom to make sure her rent is paid for a while until I get an actual decent job that allows me to have continuous income.
Yeah.
But what would you do?
What would I do? First of all, putting it in my savings.
That's good, especially right now, because if you have a high yield savings account right now, I think it's like 4.5.
Yeah.
Turn back, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Second, I'm probably gonna split half of that, or probably give the majority, like, so that my mom can access it 1st and be like, okay, I want you to pay off all your bills, get all that out the way, and then we gonna take whatever's remaining. I'm gonna invest that into, like, my business as far as media production. Probably try to start up, really not even like start up, because it's really already there, but it's like making sure that it's recognized or whatever, getting it approved by, different corporations or whatever, just making it its own brand, investing into that, and then like investing into wherever I'm going. Where's the best place to live? Like, we gotta get the fuck out of California. They trying to say
that's really what it is. Like,
they trying
to like, I just did a project. I don't feel like I'm doing projects on everything, but I just did a project
We
on
do
like
projects
neighborhood.
every day.
Yeah, I do. I love my class, so I like these projects. They're very interesting. I just did like on neighborhood like analysis, and which places are the best places to live regarding, like, what was the word I just said? The home project. Damn.
You said home projects?
Damn, I can't think of the word. And it's a very important word. I just said it. Like property taxes. Property taxes. Like, which places have the best property taxes that goes back, that pours back into the neighborhood and make sure the community is looking well and has all these like good education and stuff like that. So I think like knowing where you're gonna move to and knowing those like different factors is very important, and making sure that you have a good home and like long term. But that's just what I did, because my property values in my neighborhood
skyrocketing.
Yeah, education system. Goddamn.
Yeah. But shout out to California, man. We gonna have to figure this out because y'all is wilding right now.
But
this
you know
is
what?
crazy.
Santa Clara, the best place to live in California right now. Well, not the
highest.
best. It's a top 5. It's top 5.
It's top 5 places, but
area
it
is
high as
like-
hell.
Yeah.
Boy,
no wonder why
Silicon Valley.
we paying this damn much. I ain't
Yeah.
even got a home out here.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Facts. But I mean, other than that, I think we're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Gabby, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Gonna have a million dollar questions
Right.
all the time. So
Next time we're gonna talk about the $1 billion questions.
$1 billion questions, because that's what it's gonna
$1
be.
billion is a lot.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's when I can just start throwing that bitch. Everybody get money.
I'm gonna catch a stack.
Like,
She gonna throw 20,000. Be like, thank you, Gabby.
oh, here's 100,000 for you. Go buy yourself a home.
Snatch.
Oh wait, you can't even buy a home. Go buy.
Oh.
Go pay your rent for the year. It's crazy.
It's gonna get hard out here. It's crazy out here, man. But everybody take care. Thank you for watching. Peace.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
$1 billion questions.
$1 billion. Hey. She is throwing up guns in my podcast, and I'm not getting canceled. And NBC,
Hey,
NBC,
who's gonna wear red?
NBC. If you watching this, I want to say,
He did it. He did it, officer. I'm just kidding.
whoa. He did.
He's going to jail.
Another thing I wanted to say, hold your phone up. The goddamn case looks like either a diamond or a Pop-Tart.
A diamond in the sky. A Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
You eating silver Pop-Tarts?
The Pop-Tart case. The aluminum, the Pop-Tart case. The wrap.
Pop-Tart case?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you get it.
You know what? I never liked Pop-Tarts as a kid.
I don't blame you.
They nasty.
It is nasty. I just
They wasn't even sweet for real. Like, that shit made me mad. Because I would just lick off the glaze.
Oh my God. All right, we're done.